Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you to a Let's Look at Scoregasm. Scoregasm is an indie title. It's currently available on a few different platforms. You can get it through Steam for your PC, you can get it on the Mac App Store for your Mac, and you can even get it on Linux. So if you've got any one of those three desktop solutions or laptops, whatever, basically, if you have a computer, you can get it. As of right now, it's not available on consoles that I could find, but who's to say it's not gonna find its way over there in the future. Came out last year, so I'm getting to it a little later. But the reason I'm looking at it is because they're currently having a sale on Steam. You can get the game for $3 instead of the regular $10 price. So Go grab it while the sale is still on, and that is if it looks like a game you'd like to buy, even for $3. You know, maybe you just don't want to play it, but I'm hoping that you'll make that decision after watching this Let's Look At. So, quickly setting up options before we go. Graphics fine, audio fine, I don't need to worry about that stuff. This game, while you didn't see it when I started up, on my first startup, they present you a screen to set up a profile, and what that does is it allows you to compete with others online for, you know, bragging rights, I suppose. You can upload your scores and stuff. Right now, my score is auto-submit, so you can change that if you don't want it going up. And work with all that other funky stuff. So my scores are going to go online though, because I'm the best ever in the world at everything, and I'll take number one spot. No, I'm just joking. And then you can browse through here to check out let's see, we're going to look at the top 50 scores. Tellum, Ahemus 388, Giza, Master P. These guys seem pretty ferocious. I'm not sure I'll be able to compete with them, but maybe you guys can. As well, they have a bestiary, which just shows you different enemies that you encounter. These are the guys you're fighting against in Scoregasm, and they become available in the bestiary as soon as you first face them. So, really, this just tells you which challenges and levels they appear in, which is nice. You know, maybe you want to avoid them for whatever reason. I don't know. But this is kind of, you know, a nice to have sort of thing. And we'll go back. As well, the game features achievements. Most games these days have some sort of achievement system. I have not unlocked any. I've only played it for about 5 minutes prior to this video. So I'm trying to keep a fresh impression. You know, we're experiencing this at the same time. Controls, pretty simple. It does have support for an Xbox 360 controller, so if you really want to get into the game, you would probably want to use that. However, keyboard and mouse works pretty well. Simple mechanics. You know, it's a top-down shooter or twin-stick shooter, however you want to call it. Top-down shooter is what they call it on their website anyways. So that's pretty much it for the basic stuff, and we're going to go right into training the how to play, because that's gonna help us learn how to play. Alrighty. So there's actually a story, basically, King of Earth, you know, help. Very descriptive title, but Earth is under attack. Our enemies, you know, those guys we saw in the bestiary, have created a network of bases in our system. I'm assuming solar system or galaxy system, and then they're coordinating a massive attack. So we have to destroy the enemy bases to save the Earth. Yada yada yada. We're the only hope, and we're gonna get some kind of obscure reward that I don't quite understand. Biscuits. I'm assuming Charlie maybe is of you know, British nationality. I'm not sure, but biscuits. I only ever hear British people saying biscuits. So anyways, we're going to continue. The game is Scoregasm. I'll let you interpret, that's the name of it. I'll let you interpret it however you please. But I think it's kind of based on the high you get from these sorts of games, you know. Just on the edge of your seat, climaxing for that like high score, and then the relief or release or whatever at the end. Very simple. If you're using the keyboard and mouse, WASD is what you use to move around, and your mouse is what you actually use to move the reticule to aim for shooting. So you don't have to push any buttons to shoot, which is nice. You just have to worry about actually aiming and getting the heck out of the way. So again, if you have a 360 controller, you can hook it up and use it in this game. It'll probably make it a lot easier, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna forego that. So let's see what's there. Taking this tutorial kind of one stage at a time. There's collectibles, so collect me. That's an enemy chaser. What that is, you see all those missiles, they're just doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us, killing the enemy. Convenient, I'll say. Alright, so we got a multiplier. Basically what that means is after you kill so many enemies, you increase your firepower, and there's a few stages of those. So you want to kill as many guys in as short amount of time as you can. There's another collectible laser shot, so that's actually upgrading our gun. Combo. Shoot enemies quickly to build up your combo. 30 equals triple shots. Combo 100 will be homing missiles. Getting your combo over an exit target will open more warps at the end of the level. Well, that's convenient, so click through that. And here you can see they just basically spawn, at least on this level, the tutorial, they're spawning on the edge and they work their way in. So you got a little time right now just to kick their asses before they get too close, but you know, too many of them spawn and we could be overwhelmed, so you don't want to slack off either. But this is tutorial level, so it's cakewalk. Now we've upgraded the laser shot again. Very convenient, and we've got the missiles. Go kill things for me, please. Yes, yes. How to play, choose range of attack. Press the left mouse button or space to use the close range attack. The colored area shows energy remaining. Okay, so that's what that little indicator is floating around our spaceship. Close range attack. Earn double combo points when you use this. Blah 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 blah. You guys can read this. Destroy enemy bullets with. So, all right. As you can see, if I click mouse button 1 or space bar, your choice. I guess it's my choice in this video. You see, I can't shoot these missiles that are coming at me with my normal gun. I must use the charge up, the close range attack. And see the little bars floating around my ship, they heat up. If you do it too many times in a row, you gotta let it cool down. So that prevents you from spamming it, because otherwise that's a game, you know, that's an overpowered weapon. And that's it. That's the gist of the game, which is really good for this type of game. You don't want to overload the player with too many options and stuff, because this requires split-second reaction time and killing and all that lovely mumbo jumbo. So you got to keep it basic, which is difficult because at the same time you want to offer something new for this type of top-down shooter, or twin-stick shooter, I guess. As you'll see, it looks very similar to something like Geometry Wars in gameplay. But it's different, you know. It does have a story. Geometry Wars is pretty much a straight up arcade game. This is an arcade game with a little bit of story to it, a little bit of variety, as you will see in coming levels. This is just the tutorial again, right? So don't judge it completely on this, because this game gets fudging hard. And here, oh, we gotta kill those guys. That's another thing, you cannot get complacent in this game, which is surprisingly, for me anyways, it's easy. I kind of like, if I'm driving in real life, you know, I could be driving on a freaking racetrack and I'm just not thinking about anything. Everything's just automated, right? And that's dangerous. Always gotta be thinking about your surroundings. See, these little missiles, I'm not even really hardly noticing them. And now things are starting to pick up a little more. My goodness. Okay. Also, I can't wait to get this how to play screen out of the way because it's a huge strain on my peripheral vision. I just don't want it there. Oh, thank you. I guess they somehow heard me talking. Either that or the tutorial is almost over. Wave complete. Heart bonus. Perfect! So, bonuses are good. I imagine the perfect was me not getting hit, because I don't recall getting hit. You made it. You opened 3 exits. In the main game, different exits lead to different levels. Levels are added to the map as soon as you visit them. There are 43 regular levels to find. Move into an exit warp to finish and return to the map. Good luck. So, well, which one? Left, right? You know, you have the red pill or the blue pill, or now featuring the green pill. I don't know what the fuck the green pill does, but I'm kind of intrigued, so let's go there. This looks... oh wait, that was just an exit too. So, normally most of these would be little question marks, but when I played for the first few minutes, before this video, I unlocked some, so you can kind of see this is where the variety gets in, and you can't play one of these question mark ones. You have to unlock them by beating other ones. So what I'm gonna do is go with this one, and we'll see if we can unlock some more. Challenge rank C. Clearly, I didn't do very well. I don't know what. No, we're just gonna. I'm just gonna give her. And you'll see some of these, thematically they're different. They don't, you know, it's not like Geometry Wars where it's the same every time and you're just trying to beat your last score. Different enemies for each one, which all have different attacks, different movements, different speeds, all that good stuff. So you can't really get too comfortable. You're constantly changing up how you play the game, which is nice. I think that's where it really separates itself from something like Geometry Wars, which is the main comparison I'm making this game to. Is probably one of the more well-known games of this type. It seems to have spawned a lot of I don't want to say remakes, but you know, and I don't necessarily want to say copies, but that's what it is in a lot of situations. It's a very basic type of game. It's hard not to copy. And you can see it's more than just ships. There's certain things you can't destroy, like this little spinner. That's, I think, why the level's called the spinner. Oh man, I got hit. It's okay. You see in the top left, if you haven't already, we have our score and how many lives we have left. So I'm doing alright. I might be able to survive. I don't know what that was. Okay, wave complete. Naturally, the waves get more difficult with each passing one. Select level. I have to select this one. And you select, you gain levels by how well you do. Obviously I didn't do too well. So here we're on to ring 4. I don't think I've played this map before. This is a new one. So So let's give it a whirl. Don't forget about the collectibles, laser shot and death wave. Oh, that was convenient. Death wave just, it's kind of like a nuke or whatever. It just kills everything. Everything that's on screen at that moment, I should say. There's another one. I really quite like that. That's one of those miracle Hail Marys. It's like all hope is lost, and then you just happen to get a death wave, and then you get the relief. Never give up. Never surrender, no matter how bleak something looks. You know, you think Goku, if Goku in Dragon Ball Z gave up every time something looked bleak, fucker would have been dead at the age of like 4. It's you know, things always look grim, but you gotta keep positive, and you just gotta have the attitude. I can do this. You know, that's what I like to do going through life, and you'd be surprised at how far you can go. You'd be surprised. Look at this, I'm kicking ass. I haven't even been touched in this level. I don't know what target meant. Bonus, okay. Bring it on, baby. I'm gonna kill you all because that's what I do. I kill things, ooh doo 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 doo. You like my singing voice cause it's like an angel's voice. Good job, Michael. Heart bonus? Perfect bonus. Is that gonna put me on the scoreboards? I hope so. Now we've unlocked invaders, which is hard. You know, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm not a pussy, I just don't wanna look bad on video. Actually, I probably look bad because I'm being a pussy. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. Oh boy. What's going on? I don't know what these things are. Oh fudge me, Tony. Can I pass those laser thingies? I don't really want to tempt fate. Get away from me! Oh, we got some asteroids. This game, I kind of like it. It does make some references to other classic games. Like, obviously here's asteroids, but there's another level. It's kind of like Space Invaders, things like that. So it's cool that it knows its roots. It's really a modern take on games like Asteroids and Space Invaders. That's really what it is. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all. These games are surprisingly fun and addictive. I spent most of my high school years in computer science class playing Asteroids, and I got really fudging good at it. Like, I was the best of anybody that I personally knew. I'm not lying about that. That's not a fabrication. So, these type of games, however, it's a different story. I'm not as good. Not nearly. I'd say I'm faring pretty well. So, I think you've seen most of the game. There's more variety than what you've seen, so that's cool. But you have seen the gameplay. So if you have a Steam account and you can spare $3, hey, why not? You know, check it out. I think it's for $3, it's worth it. You know, $10 might be stretching it, but at the same time, the guy who created it, made it, Charlie, spent 2.5 years making it by himself. So kudos to that. And it is available on the Mac App Store as well, and you can get it for Linux. So maybe it's worth it to you. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. And yeah, I personally, I'm gonna be playing this on rainy days and stuff when I don't have any other games to play and whatnot. So I guess I'll finish this wave, and then I'm gonna leave you be with the decision to make. All right. Okay, oh, we got some little scorpion dudes here. Oh, now actually, okay, I'm kind of glad that I didn't quit. These guys have some artificial intelligence. You can see when I'm aiming at them, they kind of curl up into a little ball and go away. So you almost want to lure them in and do the close range shot. That seems to be the only decent way of killing them. Unless, I guess, upgrading our weapons does help significantly getting the combo. So, actually, this level, while simple, has significantly increased my thoughts on the game. I'm liking it quite a bit more. I'm not sure what these little electrocuting ball sacks are, but I don't want to get near them. And that's the other thing that Geometry Wars lacks. It's all enemies that move and attack you and stuff, but this kind of has some more passive enemies that can harm you, but that's through your own stupidity, essentially. Which is nice and frustrating at the same time, because it makes you feel even worse when you kill yourself. Okay, I got a bonus. You can also see in general, the levels I'm playing, I don't seem to be struggling, but trust me on that. Do not let that make you think this game is too easy, because that's not even close to true. I just haven't been playing the intense levels. Perfect score. Man, I'm good. Select level. So anyways, I'm going to call it quits, and I unlocked a new challenge. That's good to know. I'm going to call it quits and bid you guys farewell. I hope you enjoyed this, and check it out. Again, Mac App Store, Steam for your PC, or Linux as well. So, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.